Yo, what's up, YouTube boxing community? This is the Boxing J right here with a prediction on, well, post-fight video on Cotto and Margarito. Margarito. Margarito did not show up to that fight. It was Margarito that showed up. Um, this post-fight's a little late. I've just been a little busy with finals at school. I go to work full time as well, so that's kind of a big weight to carry. But assessing the fight, um, this fight was very similar to the first fight. The only thing was Cotto did push out, go into the middle a little bit more. On the first fight, he was in the ropes a lot. He did not really go or move to push into the middle. Um, in the second fight, he definitely did that, and that definitely helped him out a lot. He did this through the entire beginning of the fight. Towards the end, he was kind of going into the ropes a little bit more. But honestly, if the fight kept going, I think it would have still been the same outcome. The punches were landing a little harder towards the end on Cotto, but as well as Cotto on Margarito. When he would land a big punch, you could see that Margarito was definitely shaking a lot more. Of course, he wasn't going to knock him out because damn, Margarito was like a donkey. You need a bat to knock this fool out. Cotto got into the ropes a couple of times. He actually did pretty good when he was in the ropes. Of course, he cannot go head to head with Margarito for the entire fight, but when he did go into the ropes, he actually pushed him back maybe a couple of times, and he was actually punching and counter punching, doing the more technical work than Margarito. I did not see Cotto go to the body as much as I would have liked him to. If he would have done that, he could have probably shut down the fight a little bit earlier, or maybe he could possibly knock him out. Cotto is a good body puncher, but since Margarito's eye was swollen, I'm pretty sure Cotto was focused on that. He kind of left the body and was going towards that eye. It could have been a shutout, as I mentioned, if Cotto would have gone into the body a little bit more. But it was a pretty good fight. It was a pretty technical fight on the part of Cotto. Margarito, he's just like the robot. He just goes forward. He has no versatility. He uses his chin as his defense. He's just like a Frankenstein. He just moves forward. Throwing his punches. Of course, I actually think Margarito did cheat on the first fight. I still think he used these illegal hand wraps. And the second fight, obviously, he didn't. It was a very similar fight, and at least in my opinion, the only difference in this fight was Cotto was pushing Margarito in the middle, and they were using different trunks. Other than that, you could almost say it was the same fight. Um, Margarito's future, honestly, I don't think this is gonna be his last major fight. I believe so. Margarito at this point, if I was a boxer, an upcoming boxer, I would definitely see him as a stepping stone. This fight kind of degraded Margarito. You want to put asterisks on all his wins now. Um, but he obviously didn't get to this point using hand wraps. He couldn't have. He couldn't have gone through all these um, trainers that they don't see when he's rapping that he was using illegal raps. But other than that, I still believe he did use it on the first fight. Um, he didn't bring in that into the second fight. Now, I would definitely think that Margarito would lean towards a Chavez fight. Chavez would definitely like to fight him. It's a very good marketable fight for Chavez. And it would definitely rank him up if he's able to beat a Margarito. Cotto at 154. I mean, he is the top fighter, I guess you could say. I mean, I would definitely like to see him fight um, James Kirkland. That would be a good fight. Cotto could also go down, maybe fight Mayweather. There's definitely a lot of good fights out there for him. He could just go up 1 pound, and go after Martinez's title. I'm against catch weights, but I mean, if we have to do this to get the fights that we want to see, I mean, just do it. Martinez has stated he will go down to 154, 155 to fight Cotto. He could fight for 155. He doesn't have to fight for his belt. He could fight for Martinez's belt, and he could go on into another division and put that under his belt, under his resume as a middleweight champion. Um, he could also fight Chavez, for his paper belt. But those are my thoughts on the fight. Pretty good fight. Very technical work from Cotto. Very stupid fight for Margarito. That's just the way he fights. It's his style. Just go on forward and throw punches. Hopefully, one will knock you out or hurt you. Other than that, those are my thoughts. Hit me up, comment what you think. What fight should we see in the future for both of these fighters? And that'll be it. I'm out. Peace.